Take 7. Let's hope we don't go to a party, okay? Because or else I'm going to be very angry. Welcome to another video. I'm sorry. I've been struggling for the past, 7 takes, trying to get the intro right and all that good stuff, and eventually I said screw it on the second part, but then someone texted me, which caused a huge ding on my computer, which was annoying, so I hope that doesn't happen again. So we're going to talk about 15 notable UFAs heading into the 2020 NHL free agency. UFAs, okay? UFAs. Not RFAs. We will definitely make a separate video on the RFAs, but this is UFAs, okay? All right. Good thing we got good we got that out of our ways. I'm sorry. So yeah, these are 15 notable UFAs. First off, let me just say these are not in any particular order, not at all. So don't criticize me for thinking Anton Khudobin's above Henrik Lundqvist. I mean, that's not relevant, but anyone would put Khudobin over Lundqvist. But I'm sorry, Lundqvist. But anyways, it's not relevant. But you know what I mean. Just don't expect it as a top 15. It's just I just have 15 free agents here not in order. So that's basically what I mean. So yeah. Again, if I missed anyone, let me know because I likely am an idiot and I missed someone. Again, not RFAs. Before someone yells Matt Murray in the comment section down below, are UFAs, not RFAs. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Starting off here, at number 1, we have Anton Khudobin. And I mean, and even if for rankings, you would put Anton Khudobin in the top 3. Anton Khudobin, his regular season didn't really show much because, Bishop really took the role in that. 16 wins, 8 losses, and 4 overtimes in the regular season. He's a goaltender, of course. And the playoffs really showed that. It really happened at a time where Ben Bishop was unable to play. And I was really unsure if Anton Khudobin could carry this Dallas Stars team to a legit Stanley Cup. So I had him losing in the second round. In my bracket was a hot take land. I had Dallas going to the Western Conference Finals, but I had Vegas beating them, which I was almost right about. My bracket survived. If the Flyers beat games, I said this so many times. If the Flyers beat the Islanders in Game 7, my bracket would have still been alive. So yeah, but the thing was Anton Khudobin, they beat the Flames. Okay, that's simple. Where I really started to see insane play by him was in the second round against Colorado. In round 1, I was camping for basically the entire round 1 of the playoffs. So, I only watched Flyers in Montreal. I didn't watch a single game of Dallas and Calgary. So, I knew this. I knew the scores, of course. No doubt. But anyways, I didn't watch much, so I didn't know the impact that Khudobin had. It really was noticeable in the second round between Colorado. He played unreal. And there was times where I was like, how did he save that? I'm like, it should be Colorado should have scored there. And it's this guy made some insane saves over the 4 rounds that they played. So the Western Conference Finals were great for them. I thought he played well in the finals. To be honest with you, I know his team lost to the Tampa Bay Lightning, but I think that I thought he played well in the finals. So Anton Khudobin, no matter where he goes, he's a great goaltender. There's some teams that could really use him. There's a lot of noticeable players that, again, in this free agency, notable goaltenders especially. I think there's 6 goaltenders I have on this list. So there's a few underrated ones, there's a few overrated ones, all that good stuff. So, all right. Anyways, next up here we have Alex Pietrangelo of the St. Louis Blues. The reason why they couldn't sign Pietrangelo was because cap space. That was a huge problem. And they kind of fooled us into it. They traded Jake Allen to the Montreal Canadiens, which the Canadiens won that trade by a landslide. And I was like, okay, so that clears some cap space. And, that clears some cap space, so, they can sign Pietrangelo. They just need to make a few more moves, and that he's a signed player. But no. Pretty much, a month after the trade happened, which was, around not July 1st, around, I want to say around September 15th, around there, I started hearing things where Pietrangelo was not being able to work out a deal with the Blues. How he was going to go to free agency, and, the odds of him re-signing are very low, and the odds of him re-signing now are impossible. So, So Pietrangelo will be a free agency. He's been noticeable by Vegas. Vegas has been a top runner. Toronto kind of was. I never really heard After that, I never really heard much about Toronto and him going there. And I heard Boston was in the mix a bit as well. So, you never know. No matter where he goes, he's still great. 16 goals, 30 assists for 52 points is still undeniably good. So I wouldn't put him in the bad category. So no matter where he goes, he's gonna be a very solid defenseman for whatever team. Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall, I have number 3. Again, not ranked because Taylor Hall would be probably like 5th in my rankings if I was making actual rankings. So Taylor Hall split the 2019-20 season with the New Jersey Devils and the Arizona Coyotes. Now, when he went to Arizona, because Arizona is my second favorite team, that's why they have a pennant, I lost my mind. I thought to myself, I'm like, oh boy, is this it? Is this what it's come to? Are we going to have Taylor Hall on our team and lead us to a Stanley Cup? Because I thought that Arizona had a legitimate shot, but I was wrong. At least we made it to the first round, which you could say was a luck. Which you could say was luck because we wouldn't have made the playoffs anyways. But who cares? So Taylor Hall, he was solid in that span of time. He had 16 goals, 36 assists for 52 points. I still think that's very solid offensive player. He's a left wing. A lot of notable wingers in this list. I want to say there's at least 5. So there's a lot of notable wingers. I'll say that. So I throw Taylor Hall in there. There's been a lot of rumors where I'm going to Vancouver. I've heard Boston was in the mix a bit as well. And there was Colorado that was a really top runner. And even some New York rumors, which I heard. So, wherever Taylor Hall goes tomorrow, it's going to be really curious. I'm going to cover it. So, these 15 guys will probably be the first guys I cover, to be honest with you. So, we'll see where they go. Number 4, Corey Crawford. Now, Corey Crawford, he's been in Chicago for, feels like years. Feels like 90 years he's been in Chicago. But, him leaving Chicago is going to feel pretty weird. They announced that they are not re-signing him, which is unfortunate. Corey Crawford, he's an undeniably great player, and I think that, he's going to really help out whatever team he goes to. Or no. You can't exactly blame him for what happened in Chicago. His record was 16, 20, and 3. You can't really blame that on him. To be honest, Chicago went into tough times. And, it really showed that. So I wouldn't say that you blame him on his bad record, but Chicago wasn't the best team either. So, wherever he goes to, like Anton Khudobin, I'm sure he'll be a backup, most likely, to be honest with you. I don't think that there would be a legitimate other player that he could really go to, because there's really no place where he could be a starter, and I think his days as a starter may be over. And I know I just said that you can't really blame him on his statistics, but it is kind of a fault that he plays on, so you can't blame it all on him, but he does play a part in it. So, wherever Corey Crawford goes, I wish the best to him. Number 5 is Torrey Krug. Now, I've heard a lot of controversy over Torrey Krug signing. There was a rumor where he was going to get traded, I heard one night that he was going to get traded the next day. I'm like, oh, let's go. We're going to see a Torrey Krug trade. Never happened. I'm like, okay, perfect. So, it got me all hyped up about a trade, and then it just didn't happen. I'm like, thank you for overhyping me. What the heck? So, Torrey Krug, Boston Bruins defenseman, 9 goals, 40 assists for 49 points. There's been a lot of controversy around him. He's a great defensive player like Pietrangelo. There's going to be places where Torrey Krug can definitely fit in, undoubtedly. So I think that, wherever he goes, I wish the best of luck to him. But I haven't really heard much rumors of where he could go. So we're going to really see where he goes tomorrow. Here's a guy that has caused a lot of rumors. Braden Holtby of the Washington Capitals. So Braden Holtby been with the Capitals for his entire career. That's unfortunately going to end. And 25, 14, and 6 isn't a horrible record. But he showed some stretch. He's like Matt Murray. He showed some stretches where he was pretty bad and pretty disappointing. So I was like, okay, so I doubt you're going to be on the team next season. Unfortunately, Holtby, but that's how it is. So wherever he goes, what's the best to look up to him? There's been rumors of Carolina. I heard, what was another team? The Rangers. I don't think the Rangers were in it. I think the top front runner is really Carolina. There was a ton of teams that could use them, but I think the top runner was Carolina. So if he goes to Carolina, that'll be interesting because he's a veteran goaltender. He can teach Reimer and Mrazek, even though they're veteran goaltenders. It makes no sense at all. But wherever he goes, wish the best of luck to him as always. Next up here, we have Mikko Koivu. At number 7, you could say that you could say no, Nordic. He's not a notable player, but I think he is. He had 4 goals, 17 assists for 21 points this season. He's the captain. Letting go of a captain for Minnesota, it's gonna hurt. And this happened about a month ago where they said that they were gonna release him. So it's tough. It's really tough on Mikko Koivu, but it had to happen. So I think that after this it's hard, but Mikko Koivu has to go somewhere else. I haven't heard rumors of anywhere he could go, so we're really gonna have to find that out in free agency. So there you go. Number 9 is Mike Hoffman. So Mike Hoffman likely won't get re-signed tomorrow. Or no, sorry, I skipped someone. Number 8 is Anthony Duclair. Anthony Duclair is number 8. He had 23 goals with the Ottawa Senators this season, 17 assists for 40 points. Duclair bounced around the league quite a bit over the past couple of years. He's in New York, Columbus, Arizona. This is his 4th team, and he's about to go to a 5th team. I think that Duclair after this season developed himself as a great player. I think that the Sens giving up Duclair is a bit of a mistake, but I can see why they're doing it. It's gonna help him out in the future, so And sorry if I keep leaning in there. My computer, I'm using a different recording thing to record this, so I kind of my computer will just look like it's gonna turn off. So I have to keep it on, and I have to lean in there and stuff. But yeah, Anthony Duclair. I haven't heard much rumors where he's going to go to. Now that he's not getting offered an extension, there could be some more people that could want him. But he's another one of those guys where it's like, okay, well, I guess we'll find out where he goes tomorrow. So number 9 is Mike Hoffman. Mike Hoffman, likely not going to get re-signed by the Panthers. No surprise there. I've heard rumors of him going back to Ottawa, which is not happening. No way. So he had 29 goals, 30 assists for 59 points this season with the Florida Panthers. One of the best players on their team, and he's a left wing as Anthony Duclair is. So as I said, a lot of notable wingers, and with him, it's gonna be interesting where he goes because there's no rumors of him at all either in free agency or for the 15 guys. So he's one of those guys where it's just gotta find out where he goes tomorrow. Number 10, we got 5 left after this guy. Thomas Greiss. Thomas Greiss, arguably the most underrated guy I have here. It's a bit of a hot take. You can be mad at me for this, but I think Thomas Greiss. I would definitely put Thomas Greiss at number 10 for one of the most underrated goaltenders. This season he had a 16-9-4 record. He really got overshadowed by Varlamov. You would even say he got overshadowed by Leonard in 2018-19. So wherever Thomas Greiss goes, I wish the best of luck to him. I haven't heard much rumors about him either, but he's been a great player in the playoffs. So I think that with Greiss, wherever he goes, he's going to make a notable impact. Here's a big one. This is one that I've discussed many times on the channel, and I think it's still retarded that they're not going to sign him. Jacob Markstrom. He is at number 11. Jacob Markstrom had 23 wins, 16 losses, and 4 overtimes in this season with the Vancouver Canucks. I think, it's really tough. The tough thing is with him, it's like, there's no rumors of him going anywhere at all either. There's not a lot of rumors of any of these guys going anywhere. So especially since he didn't get an offer. And with Jacob Markstrom, it's tough. It's very tough. And I said it before. Thatcher Demko, if you get Demko and Markstrom, that would be great. A great goaltending tandem. So if Markstrom gets injured, Demko can step in and play well. If Demko gets injured, Markstrom can step in and play well. It's really just a thing. And, I've said that with many people. I've said that with Marc-Andre Fleury and Robin Leonard. I've said that with Marc-Andre Fleury. I said it with Matt Murray and Tristan Jarry, even though that's not a reality anymore. I'm going to say it with them. It's 2 great goaltending tandem. I don't think it's worth trading or not re-signing either of them. So, I think that, Markstrom, one place that you could go is Pittsburgh. That's one big thing, but I doubt it. And, the tough thing is, it stinks because even though Demko really made the Canucks force a Game 7 over the Vegas Golden Knights, Demko played great, and I think that plays a part in it. So it's gonna suck when he leaves tomorrow, but it happens. So best of wishes to him wherever he goes. Okay, number 12, we have 3 after him. Henrik Lundqvist. You could say before again. These are not rated. Again, if I missed anyone, let me know, because Lundqvist was kind of a hot take to put him in here. I know I missed Bobby Ryan. I know I missed Bufflin, who's likely not going to get a contract. He knows that. He's likely going to retire. So, the thing is with Henrik Lundqvist, this season he had 10 wins, 12 losses, and 3 overtimes with the New York Rangers, and, he got bought out just a few days ago, and, it's tough. Or, no, he got bought out a week ago, and it's tough. Because there was so many Lundqvist fans, and they were all heartbroken when he got bought out. And I think the top runner, and it's likely going to happen, it said that they were even hinting at it. They said that Henrik Lundqvist is more than likely going to get signed tomorrow by the Washington Capitals. So be prepared for that. So, Lundqvist heading over to the DC area, and I think that this is his last shot at the Cup. And unfortunately, he's going to a team where their Cup window is likely closed. And I'm sorry, Capitals fans, but I think it's true. I think your Cup window is closed. I think that, with everything that you've gone through, you lost in the first round 2 consecutive years. I think that, it's just I think your Cup, it's over. And you've been kind of lowering down in the divisions lately. We can see a total decrease in points in your division. So I think that, the Capitals, unfortunately, it's Lundqvist's last shot. I think this will likely be his final season. Because, he's played nearly 20 years in the NHL. So I think that this is more than likely going to be his last season in the NHL. And I think this is the last shot to win a Cup. So, if Washington can get him a Stanley Cup, which I doubt it, it's going to be revolutionary. And I think that, he may go down as one of the greatest goaltenders to win a Stanley Cup. Period. And there's no one disagreeing with me there. So, wherever Lundqvist goes, it's likely going to be the Capitals. Best of wishes to him. Next up here we have Ilya Kovalchuk. You could argue that he's not a 15 notable UFA, but I think that he is. I think that Kovalchuk, even though his points don't say it, at times he played great. He split his season this season with the Los Angeles Kings, the Montreal Canadiens, and the Washington Capitals. 10 goals, 16 assists for 26 points. He's left wing, another notable winger. And I think that, Kovalchuk, great second, third line center. I think that, with him, I think he's a great third line center, third line winger. And, he's going to help somewhat offensively. And, he's got the veteran presence too, wherever he goes. So I think that, that's a big part of him. So yeah, best wishes to where he goes. I have not heard any rumors about Kovalchuk at all, so he may not get re-signed. So you never know. 14, I have Kyle Turris. Kyle Turris is a center for the Nashville Predators. This season he had 9 goals, 22 assists for 31 points. That's I can see why they bought him out yesterday, but again, it does kind of suck. So Kyle Turris, another one of the players. I wish him the best of luck. And the final player I have here in the 15 notable UFAs, you thought I was going to forget him, Tyler Toffoli. So Tyler Toffoli is split his season with the Los Angeles Kings and the Vancouver Canucks. He scored 24 goals, 20 assists for 44 points. That's still pretty good statistics, even with a bad Los Angeles Kings team and a good Canucks team. Those are good statistics. So, when Toffoli got traded, I was shocked. Very shocked. So, he's a right wing. I think that wherever he goes, he'll be a notable right winger to help out that team. But yeah, he's not staying with Vancouver, unfortunately. So yeah. Anyways, that's it with the 15 notable UFA players. I will do RFA right after this. So yeah, thanks for the constant support. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. Yeah, this is almost 20 minutes long. It's been a pretty fun video. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.